Welcome back to our channel where I bring you the latest updates in terms of travel information and all the valuable information for you as somebody who travels on a visa or somebody who is looking to relocate from your country to any one of the Western world. So today we have some exciting news for those who are looking to participate in the Diversity Visa Lottery, also known as the Green Card, for the year 2025. So yes, we are in 2023, but this is the DV Lottery for 2025, also known as DV 2025. The application period is just around the corner, opening on October the 4th. That is about 5 days as from the shooting of this video. So in this video, we will discuss the essential documents you will need to, and also the eligibility requirements you must meet to have a shot at winning a green card to the United States. Let's dive right in. So in terms of the eligibility requirements, to be eligible for the DV Lottery 2025, you must meet the following requirements. Number one, you must be a native of a qualifying country. Not all countries are eligible for the DV Lottery or the US Green Card. So you need to check the official list on the US Department of State website, and I will leave the link somewhere here or in the description box at the bottom of this video. Number two, you must be at least 18 years old at the time of application. Number three, you need to have at least a high school diploma or its equivalent. In some cases, work experience can be substituted for a high school diploma, what in Kenya is also known as KCSE or Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education. So you need to go back to the US Department of State website and check if you have the work experience that can substitute for a high school diploma. But I would encourage you to just go and get that freaking certificate. I guess it's so much easier than going to start looking for work experience for 2 years and then you might not be eligible. And then you must have a clean criminal record. Certain crimes can disqualify you from participating in the US Green Card DV Lottery 2025. And then if you've previously violated US immigration laws or overstayed a visa, you may be ineligible. So if you're currently in the US and you know you have overstayed your visa or you are almost overstaying your visa, you may want to come back home, because if you're looking to get the DV Green Card Lottery and you have overstayed your visa, it could make you ineligible. Now, let's talk about the documents you'll need to submit your DV Lottery application. So number one, you're going to need to have a recent passport-sized photo for each family member who is listed in your application. And guys, you need to get this right, because you may win the lottery, but if your picture doesn't meet the requirements as stated on the government website, then you could very easily just lose out on your chance, and you do not want that. Number two, you need your passport information. So I know the DV Lottery for 2024, it was possible to submit your DV Green Card application without a passport, but things change. Like the US president could just come up with a declaration and suddenly it becomes a requirement for you to submit your application. You must have a passport. But anyway, we already said, why are you even on this channel if you don't have a passport? Like, serious, this is a travel channel. If you want to travel, just get a freaking passport, because how are you gonna go when you get your green card? How are you even gonna travel if you don't have a passport? So get yourself a passport. They're not too expensive. And then you're gonna need copies of birth certificate for you, your spouse, and your eligible children. Guys, remember, I always say, if it's not on paper, it didn't happen. That's how it works for these Western countries. If it's not on paper, it didn't happen. So if you are going to be listing anybody as a dependent child, you better have either a birth certificate or adoption papers for that person. So don't just go claiming people to be your kids when you don't have the paperwork to prove otherwise. And then this one is very, very important. You need to decide, are you married or not? And remember, if you are married, it must be on paper as well. make sure whoever you're claiming to be your wife or your husband also believes that you are their wife or their husband as well. So if you list somebody on your DV lottery as your wife or your husband, but they don't think that they are in a relationship with you, so they're going to list somebody else as their spouse, and that's how you're just gonna miss out on a chance. If for whatever reason you are separated, please have the paperwork to prove so. If you are divorced, have the paperwork to prove so. If your spouse is late, have the paperwork to prove that. Have a death certificate. Like for every situationship you find yourself in, please have the paperwork to prove it. And then for your education or your work experience, depending on which eligibility requirement you qualify under, make sure that eventually, if you claim to have done some high school diploma kind of thing, have the paperwork to prove it. Because when you win the green card lottery and you're going to go to the embassy to plead your case, you need to have all these documents with you. And then, of course, you're going to need your police clearance certificate by the time you win the lottery. So these things take time. So the earlier you start processing one, because you never know, somebody may have committed a crime in your name. It happens. So you just need to make sure you're in the right books with the police so that you do not find yourself on the wrong side of the law. So guys, there you have it, the key eligibility requirements and the necessary documents you'll need for the DV Lottery 2025. Remember, the application period opens on October 4th, 2023, and it closes on November 8th, 2023. And it is crucial, very, very crucial, to follow the guidelines provided by the U.S. Department of State to ensure that your application is complete and accurate. Good luck to all of you applying for this incredible opportunity. And of course, if you found this video helpful, please, please, please do give it a thumbs up. It is free, guys. You don't have to pay to like the video. And do subscribe to the channel for more information about immigration, relocation, visas, green cards, working abroad, international jobs, cruise ship jobs, name it, we got it here. And if you have any questions or you need any further assistance, feel free to leave it in the comment section below and I will make sure to get back to you. But remember, if you want to come to my inbox, you're gonna have to pay for coming to my inbox. But if you ask your question here publicly, then it's free of charge. I will answer it to the best of my knowledge, and it gets to help a lot more people. So you may as well ask away. Thank you for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye, guys.